Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back. Alright, so we got a lot to talk about, plenty of things to actually talk about regarding Luna Classic, and I saw the pump yesterday, and you know, I understand we got a nice good green candle in the building right now. So this is pretty amazing, don't get me wrong. That was actually pretty awesome. I'm gonna actually admit that this one, no one could have told you that this was gonna come in. That was a little bit tricky right there. Okay, so that's pretty much what I can say right now, but I still do not think that Luna Classic is looking to move higher anytime soon. I mean, that was an amazing green candle, and that was like super mega green candle. Look at that. That's like holy, holy, holy. That's like 80% move to the upside. Oh, my alarm just went off. Gotta actually close that one. Okay, sorry for the interruption, ladies and gents, but now we're gonna do technical analysis 101 once again. Okay, and all of this I'm gonna actually teach you in my trading course. Amazing, some people did actually buy. They're enjoying this course right there. It's 249. You can always message me on the Twitter to actually buy it. But you know, yesterday I did have something right over here on my signals on the Discord, and I say this could just be an example of a perfect dirty retest if it gets rejected. Number two is that my favorable buying area for Luna Classic is still 14,000 long term. That's kind of like, you got the idea, you know. I just gave you what I'm thinking, okay? But yeah, to me personally, my personal preference is still Luna Classic comes down to 14,000. Why? Why 14,000, Adam? Why 14,000? You say this and you had a green candle. Now, the thing is that you should be understanding the difference between light and fire. You see, insects are attracted to light, okay? But the insects should understand, is that thing really a light or is it a fire? And that's exactly what I want to actually talk about. Now, a lot of people saw this green candle, but I said I'm not really confident in what Luna Classic did. I'm not confident in this candle, and I'm gonna tell you my own personal reason. Now, in no any way this is any financial advice, but without any further ado, let's get started right now. So I've already drawn some candlestick pattern here. Number one is called the Hikake. If anyone is from Japan can tell me if I'm saying that right. Hikake. And then we have bearish three line strike. Now both of them, one is bullish, one is bearish. And what I'm gonna do is right now I'm gonna actually drop this, pop that one from there, and I'm gonna put this one to the right side of the screen, and we're gonna take this one to the left side of the screen. Okay, amazing. Now time for me to bring Luna Classic, because today is gonna be such an amazing TA, pure technical analysis. And I'm gonna ask you one question. Tell me if anyone on YouTube is gonna be doing some stuff like this, or show you any stuff like this. I feel bad for people who don't really do any pure analysis anymore. I'm just trying to make technical analysis fun again and not intimidating anymore. Okay, now I've already put this one on the side by side right now, and I want you to look at the two images right over here, okay, on the right side of your screen. So you have these two candlesticks. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit like that. I'm gonna bring in like that. Now take a second and tell me that if you see this pattern, you have three red candles back to back, okay? And you have one big, huge green candle like this. You have inside here as well, three candles back to back. And, oh, what happened here? All right. I don't know exactly. Okay, so you do have those three candles back to back, and then you have one big green candle, and then on the right side you have three red candles and one big huge green candle. Now one is bullish, one is bearish. Take a second and tell me, is this bearish or is it bullish? Is it a Hikake or is it a bearish three line strike? Now if you have paused the video or try to actually figure out whatever, I know you're scratching your head. You might say that both of these are literally the same thing. Yes, they actually are. I'm sorry, I just wanted to test you out, you know? I wanted to see what kind of a mentality or what kind of psychology do you have right now. Some people want it to be bearish and some people want it to be bullish. But The Haikaki is a little bit of a mystery, and I actually didn't draw the Haikaki properly, and I'm going to show you that this is not a bullish pattern on the left side. This Luna Classic pattern on the daily is actually a bearish three-line strike, and that's why I say that the bearish three-line strike here is going to be actually bearish. So why is it bearish? The biggest, let's just say the only thing that was left for me to actually show you is the following. Don't know why. All right, I'm just gonna pull this one to the left like that, and let's zoom in into the screen right here. All right, so the Haikaki has one green candle that I on purpose didn't actually draw, because again, it's important for you to review your own personal feelings. Now, for Haikaki to be bullish, we need this green candle somewhere here, okay? That's the only missing piece to the puzzle. A Haikaki has something like this. So 4 candlesticks combined like this make it a bullish and bullish pattern if you actually try to break to the upside. But unfortunately, when you look at the left side of your screen on Luna Classic, you do not have any green prior. Like, this is a red candle right there, so it doesn't really make it to be a Haikaki. So if I do come back here, I'm gonna actually make this as a cross, that this is not a bullish pattern, okay? Instead, the favorable scenario is the bearish three-line strike, because you have those red candles back to back, and this is my favorable pick. I don't know the future. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I might be totally wrong, but the thing is that I'm just doing the TA, and my TA says that this is a bearish three-line strike, even though, I mean, why would I lie to you? By the end of the day, logic is what I'm actually trying to explain, and the logic is that this is not bullish at all. For a second yesterday, I thought it's actually bullish, but it's not bullish, and I got confused with Haikaki and a bearish three-line strike. Okay, now that is out of the way, okay? This auto draw, we can close it. Now let's go back to the normal charts again, and let's talk about even way more details of Luna Classic. This is gonna be one hell of an awesome TA that you're gonna see in many edges out there. Okay, so on the Discord, what did I say here? Okay, you have to understand that after candlesticks, we have chart patterns. And before I come into the section of the chart patterns, the logical side of invalidating the bear three-line strike is to break the highest part of the bear three-line strike. That means you have to go above 32,000, and when you go above 32,000, you invalidate that pattern, and then you can move to the upside. Pretty simple, okay? And this course, man, it has so many candlesticks, so many candlesticks. Like, look at this, nearly 62 candlesticks that you're going to read, and you're going to learn in detail, even the smallest detail, like the way I just showed you the difference between the Haikaki and the bearish three-line strike. Check it out. I'm going to tell you that. All right. The thing is, there's one resistance on the 4-hour time frame that Luna Classic went to retest. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to do, and this is known as fall back to supply. And for this one, you can see that this is your resistance line right over there. Okay, you can even say it's something like this right over here, because what you see right there is one support, second support, the third support right there, break to the downside, went back for that dirty retest. And that's the perfect example of the dirty retest that I've been telling you again and again, which hasn't happened on the daily. It hasn't happened on the daily. Now, this is one resistance here, and you have to ask yourself when you buy, are you buying at the support or are you buying at resistance? If you answer that you're buying at the resistance, do not buy. Always buy at the support. And that's why I always say 14,000 is good for me as an entry. That's my plan. If my plan doesn't actually get met, I'm not saying it cannot go up, it cannot invalidate, but for that one, it has to invalidate the bear three-line strike, try to break that resistance that I just showed you right there, and then we do not have any other resistance, and that's amazing. My view is going to switch, because once again, trading is just like the river. Okay, so when the river is streaming to the north, you got to go to the north if you're streaming south, and when you go south, you got to go south if you're streaming to the north. You have to change along with the direction, but right now my direction still remains to the downside. The bear pattern is still not invalidated. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're a day trader, this was an amazing trade. Congratulations. But still, if you're an intraday trader, there's a lot of check that is pending on the daily, and you're at the major resistance. I still say we're going to go down to 14,000 because we have left a room to still come down there uninvited. Okay, we still have uninvited guests. We haven't really visited. This dirty retest is still pending to the downside. My personal take is that you're still looking to go to the downside. Okay, now I've talked about the chart pattern resistance, and I've talked about the candlestick, which is bearish 3-line strike. I wish this was an high khaki, and I could have told you that's bullish. And by the way, there is some ruling to candlestick. Let me ask you one thing. These two things that formed, they never form on any support level. Do you know what a support line is? You might have heard about resistance and support. If you want to learn more about that one, again, I'm always going to say that it's in the course. You see, this was your resistance, that was your resistance, and this line itself speaks support. And it actually supports the claim that this is still a bearish pattern, okay? Because you reversed from here. It doesn't really make sense to me. It doesn't really make sense to me. In my opinion, all it did is it gave a green candle to create FOMO for people to enter and go down. And by the way, this is an honest analysis. There's no any hidden message anymore. This is a really honest one. So no games anymore. This is like pure honesty, telling you a lot of people are now like, oh, whatever you say, we're gonna do the opposite. No, this time I'm actually serious. There's no any drama, no more games. Okay, it's a normal update. This is something that I'm actually looking for Luna Classic to come down and retest. Now, there's still some few more things that, coming back to the support line, it even makes sense to bounce back here to go to the upside when you bounce off the support. If you could have come down to this yellow line that I draw and you bounce off from here, maybe I could have, change my opinion and say that, that actually has some power into it. But when you come down and you just make something nonsense like this all of a sudden, it doesn't really make sense. It only makes sense when you make it down there. And I've already told you, this is still a bearish continuation pattern. Bearish 3-line strike is a continuation pattern, just like 3 black crows. Continuation means that if you are going down, you're going to continue to go down. That's continuation. It's not reversal. Haikaki, however, the one that I showed you, is reversal. If Haikaki was shown down here, that is a reversal that you're going to go to the upside. But I do believe it's going to come down here sooner rather than later and go to the upside. And I've told you, it can still invalidate by the end of the day. You have to cross these levels, cross that one, come back up to 39, 37,000. And this is where we might start the debate of actually moving to the upside. That I'm going to say that this was your bottom right there. But as long as you still have a little bit of a suspense with this trend line and with that resistance there, you can probably get rejected here and continue to the downside. This bear flag is still in play and it's not invalidated. In simple words, all I see is a break of the bear flag, went back for the retest, you're still getting rejected, the technical target still pens, and the technical target takes you from there to there, and that's going to be this line actually takes you all the way down to this price level, and you can see that actually even takes you nearly 13,000 as well. Okay, so 14,000 is still a good call. Last thing to the final two things is going to be the Heikin Ashi as well. So let's talk about the Heikin Ashi. Now the Heikin Ashi candle, you see this is not very strong candle right there. It's almost like a doji, so this is a decisive candle that you can actually start to reverse to the upside or to the downside. That's what the Heikin Ashi shows. But there's one thing that is better than the Heikin Ashi, and that's going to be the Renko. Now if you look at the Renko, you can see that, and actually what's the benefit of Renko candlestick is that it actually filters out the noise. Okay, it filters out the noise. It compresses all the price action and gives you a very filtered, averaged candle. And can you notice the candle that it actually gave back is still red? It is still red. It's not green. Understand this. These are small hints in the book that you got to learn. So that is actually still a filtered block that is showing that Luna Classic still didn't reverse. If this was somehow green like this, then I could have said that that green candle really meant something. So the filtered version actually reduces all this noise that is going on. It actually combines all these different candlestick and give you an averaged outcome of that candlestick, and it gave you a red candlestick. So that still means there was no any reversal at the moment to go to the upside. And that's pretty much it for this update. You guys can always come to the Twitter, message me on the Twitter to get a discount if you want to buy this one, and you can get a discount when you pay with cryptocurrency. And that's pretty much it for this update on Luna Classic. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.